What is going on, everyone? This is Ivan, and welcome back to the Ivan Rides YouTube channel. Today we are taking the Zooz Ultra Urban 750 on its first full commute experience video. We will be going from Midtown Manhattan down to the Lower East Side because we gotta make some deliveries. From there, we're gonna head back uptown, take the bridge into Queens where we live. So if you've ever been curious to see what it's like to navigate a city like New York on a Class 2, Class 3 e-bike with no suspension, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. It's good to have you on board today. Alright, just like every full commute experience video, I want to go over a few things just so we are all on the same page and you know what to expect. In my pocket, I have the Relive app running. That means at the end of this video, we're going to have a recap of the route that we took, as well as some of the fun stats that were generated on this ride. Down below, you're going to see chapters. I understand that a video like this is a longer time commitment, so I'm hoping that that will make it easier for you to navigate the video if you had to step away, and for those of you that like to jump back and forth and revisit your favorite parts, hopefully that makes it easier for you to resume where you left off. And this is a full commute experience video, so there are no scripts planned for this one. There are no talking points planned. We are just gonna ride through this. Even like right now, this is a little bit of craziness with the roads, so we're just gonna kind of work through it, and I'm gonna make my commentary. And since I want to make this video as immersive of a ride as possible, we are going to kind of keep everything from the craziness, the mistakes, to the traffic lights. So hopefully you enjoy this beautiful summer ride through New York on the Zooz Ultra Urban 750. We're swinging around this way because that road was just a little too brutal for me. Like, even if I was on the Super with the full suspension, I think that would have been a little tough, but with no suspension, it's even crazier. So we're gonna head down south to the Lower East Side using Lexington Avenue, which is not my preferred avenue because it's always so freaking congested. And we're gonna see how this goes. Also, since I have been under a lot of stress at work, I've accidentally actually fallen asleep on the couch, and my right side over here is a little stiff, so I can't really move my head as much as I'd like, but we don't really swing our head around during these types of rides anyway, so we're going to be relying on these mirrors quite a bit. And speaking of mirrors, I'm learning that I really don't like this setup at all. I think it's a little too wide for New York, and it's really hard to get in between all these really tight spaces, but we're gonna make it work until the new setup comes in, and then I'll introduce you guys to the new setup later on. But the goal is just to kind of focus on the ride now that we're kind of done with the introductions here, and maybe we can get down to the Lower East Side safely with as little stress as possible. I might be taking this first left that I go through here. Yeah. This is really, really tough. Yeah, it's always like places like these, like you see right here, it's really tough to squeeze by because there's just not much space right there. See, like right there, very little space. So I'm gonna make a left here at 44th Street and hopefully find my way over It is evening rush hour, so we might see a little bit more than usual, but since it's early in the week, I found that it's been fairly quiet to the week as far as traffic. So brother, there's so many pigeons. Dude, come on. Like, you have this whole street, but yet you've managed to find like my lane. Like, see, he's doing that on purpose. Like, oh, please let 2nd Avenue be in better condition already. Nope. They're still tearing this thing up, so it's like, it's a hot mess. I avoided it on my scooter, but we're gonna kind of have to live with it here on the Zooz. Team no suspension on these things. The delivery folks are going, so we're gonna go with the delivery folks here. Yeah. Brutal. Even with the larger wheels, it is pretty tough. But it's not as jarring as you would think. It's actually quite comfortable, just very bumpy. Look at this guy going backwards. His freaking scoot. Oh my god. Oh, look at this. Back to normal roads. You know what? I am going to stick with traffic here. Open it up a little bit. Oh, you don't see me here? Look at this schmuck in the middle of the road. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of jumping back and forth here to try and kind of find the optimal route, but we're not in that much of a rush, but I would like to get there sooner than later. Look at that kid's helmet. I want a helmet like that. Oh, they took the dragon off of the Empire State Building. Yeah, I'm gonna move up with this guy. Ooh, and apologies, y'all, if I sound a little low energy, just because it has been, again, like I'm doing like 8 days in a row of work, and the first day of this 8-day stretch was I think it was like a 13-14 hour day, so it's been pretty brutal. I got one more day, but I need to make sure I get this video done just because I wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like for the end of the week. So as you can see, we're just kind of jumping back and forth here. This is a very dangerous area for bikes and scooters, because as you can see, everyone's kind of turning and not paying attention to us, but they're kind of just turning, and then people will also randomly come in and out from the side over there. So we're gonna take it easy. I do want to move a bit quicker, but you know, it is what it is. these 750 does have enough power to stay with the traffic over there, but it's a go. Oh my god. New York City in all its glory. That cab driver is about to get jumped by a guy in a suit, a guy in a scooter. But yeah, see what I mean? That's why we gotta chill a little bit. I should probably jump out into the traffic over there. It's just gonna be much easier. Yeah, it's just gonna be much easier. Okay, that's better. I felt so claustrophobic in that bike lane. Like, it's really, really hard to navigate those things. Look at this. Look at this. It's like the Wild West. I appreciate that she at least sped up, but that's why you gotta be in complete control when you're navigating the streets of New York. So luckily, I think we're only like about a good 5 or 6 minutes away from the place where we gotta meet up with our friend to drop off some of the things that we're working on. So once we're done with that, home sweet home. Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn. Trying not to yawn. But yeah, see, ooh, little pop there. If all these guys go, I'm going. Yep, I'm just gonna go. Right, yeah, 14th Street isn't necessarily the street that you want to go on, but given the opportunity, if these people on my left go, I'm gonna go. This is what I mean by we filter to the front. You'll see it specifically here with the cyclists and the e-bikers here on my left. You flow with them. So again, I try to explain these types of things or some of the decisions that I make on these rides because a lot of folks don't understand what it's like to flow with New York City traffic. Everyone's just like, you gotta count to 5 Mississippi on every stoplight. You know, it's like, right. I'm gonna assume everybody does that, right? But you know, you try not to do anything crazy like these people that are going backwards against traffic, but if you can flow with the traffic, people kind of have a better understanding of what you're doing, and I kind of have a better understanding of what they're doing. So things like that are appreciated. But again, we're continuing to just go with the flow here. As you can see, these lanes turn, so I don't like being in that bike lane on the left because all these things, all the cars that are here in this center area all turn down into there. So like, and this guy is texting while crossing the street. But you know, problem here is if you hit him, you're the one that's responsible, even though he's crossing on a don't cross. And then here we're gonna follow the whole, yes, it's a red light, but particularly down here in this part of in the city, if you have the opportunity to kind of filter across, we generally take it. unless you're cops over here. Just make up your own rules. See, it's very difficult to kind of predict what people are going to do if they're just kind of going against traffic like that. But yeah, you just kind of shrug your shoulder with and just chalk it down to crazy people doing crazy things. But for us, we'll try to at least stay within reason. You know, I was thinking of going back uptown from here. Since I'm so close to the Williamsburg Bridge, I might just take the Williamsburg Bridge into Brooklyn and kind of make my way into Queens that way. I almost don't want to go through the city again. As the weather gets warmer, it gets more and more congested, so it gets more and more stressful. But I had to always remind myself that as stressful as this is nowhere near as bad as taking the MTA, because the MTA is a poop show, to say the least. Oh look, Cybertruck. More and more of those are showing up in New York City. Okay. Okay, see, at this part, since it's such a heavy intersection, we are gonna kind of stay here until this guy in front of us goes, and then we're gonna make a left. The thing to note here is, if you are making a left here, you just have to be careful with this oncoming traffic and people overtaking on the left like this fool, but it's fine. That is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, see? Other people are willing to die to challenge a car. I am not willing to die to challenge a car. I will gladly wait for them to pass and wait for my opportunity. When I used to ride fixed gear and we were doing crazy stuff in the city, then yeah, you did crazy stuff back then, but I feel like we all did crazy things when we were young. Okay, and then here, okay, we have an opening, and are we gonna go? Everyone's just gonna pose. What are we gonna do here? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to make this right here coming off. I should have just stayed with the traffic, actually. I'm not as familiar with this part of town as I am with Midtown. Even though I do come here often, I still get lost because I forgot that we're making our way down that way onto the right next to Williamsburg Bridge, so I should have just stayed with traffic because I could have just split off, but I ended up staying with the bikes here, and we're gonna end up waiting in this little middle area here to hopefully turn, so just making sure there's no bikes around me, and then we're gonna make this little U-turn here. Okay. Sure. Okay. This is known as the Johnny Prime method here. He always cuts through here, and yeah, there we go. Okay, and I'm gonna head down this way. And all right, Pops, you could at least look. And I think we're right here. Okay, here's the target. And then we're gonna pull up right here. And I am going to wait for him here, and I'll catch you guys when I'm ready again. Okay, that was much faster than expected, so we're just gonna resume. Thank God, like, you know, I really appreciate it when my friends are on time. I'm usually always the one that's like super early to everything, so I appreciate it when they're on time as well. So now that we dropped off the samples for the project that I'm working on, we can head home. Now the question is, do I want to deal with Manhattan or do I want to deal with Brooklyn? I know I said we're gonna head back uptown in Manhattan, but Williamsburg is literally like right here. Now what? Sorry, y'all. We're gonna take a little bit of a detour here, and we're going through Brooklyn. Yeah, the ride down here was not that enjoyable, so executive decision is we're gonna swing through Brooklyn instead in hopes that we get a little bit more of an opening and hopefully it's less stressful. But it seems like this part of the bridge is always going to be congested during this part, and especially during this time of the year, during the summer. But we'll take it easy. On the left side over here is the bike lane. On the right side is the pedestrian lane. The bridge splits up into two sections up top over there. So on the left side, we generally stick there for PEVs, bikes, etc. On the right side, it's for the pedestrian, the joggers, and all of that fun stuff. So we leave that area for them. But sometimes they like to use our area, and sometimes you got to deal with these moped hooligans over here. But you know, it is what it is. That's why when I see, like, for example, this guy right here on the left, like, really triggers me, because they built this whole side like over here for the pedestrians, and they built this whole side over here for the bikes, so that, you know, you don't have to kind of interact with each other for safety purposes, of course. But if people still find a way to make it onto that side as far as like bikes and cyclists, and then pedestrians still manage to find their way onto this side, and it's really, really ticks me off. Again, I'm going to keep preaching this, even though this is a class 2, class 3 e-bike that tops out at 25, 26 miles an hour. We will still be passing everybody in the bike lane. Our goal is to do so respectfully. We're going to do a couple gentle overtakes. We're going to take it easy. If we have to slow down behind somebody, we will. Again, the optics behind PEVs, e-bikers and mopeds and scooter riders, it's already not very good. It's like, why give people more of a reason to hate on the community? And also, why put yourself in that kind of danger? Like, I get that some people get off on the the whole Close Encounters thing, but not for me, man. I want to make it home. Yeah, and so real quick, this is the part where I'm like, damn, I don't like these mirrors at the end because it feels so narrow when the bridge kind of tapers in like this because they're doing construction. So here, okay, so what you're seeing here, I'm checking the mirror behind me and make sure no one's trying to pass me. And I do have plenty of space here in the middle, but I'm not going to take it until it's fully open. So, and then I use the mirror on the right to make sure that I've cleared the lady in her cargo bike. You know, try to respect and try to not be like this guy, you know, pull the bike over into the side, don't make a random U-turn, but it's what it is. Again, it is what it is. We are now finishing this portion of the Williamsburg Bridge, and we are now in Brooklyn. So when we get to the bottom, we have two options. The option number one is to make a left and take kind of the scenic route by the water, which is the route that we took on the last Super73 video where we did the Handleworks controller 250 mile review. I'm gonna assume it's pretty congested because of the nice weather, so we're gonna take the other path and we're gonna kind of stick with the cars here. And slow down here because my biggest fear is my knuckles hitting those. That's never went away even as a kid. I mean, even though it's never happened and I've had that fear since I was a kid, I still worry about my hands getting caught in between those things. My eye is already kind of scanning ahead over here to see if the light is going to change so I don't have to stop, but it looks like we're all going to get stuck here. And then this left turn that's coming up here, most of us don't really wait for this left turn light because it's there forever, but we're going to take that left if it's open, and they're not going to go, oh, there we go. Okay, like see right here, this is the part where I follow fixed gear guy over here, and we take the liberty of going. And that's that. So we are at the halfway point of the video, and I want to thank you again for accompanying me on this full commute experience video. I really appreciate all of your support, and if you want to continue to see this video and if you like it, please consider giving it a thumbs up, as it's really helpful for the channel. It tells me, the creator, that you like the videos, and it tells the YouTube algorithm that it should be shared with more people. Down below, leave a comment if you have any questions about the bike. If you just want to say hi, leave it down below. You already know that I answer all my comments, and currently it's not taking me as long as before, so we will respond as quickly as we can. And if you really enjoy my content and you really want to support the channel at no additional cost to you, please consider subscribing. There's going to be a logo here on the bottom right, like should be somewhere like over here. If you click on that, it'll automatically subscribe you to the channel, and when you subscribe, just be sure to turn on the bell notification so that I can notify you anytime a video comes out. We'll be doing e-bike, e-scooter, and e-skate content, and we'll be doing that weekly, every Friday. So if you don't want to have to worry about trying to keep up when the release schedule is, or worry about if the videos come out, Just turn on the bell notification, it'll notify you. Look at this, more Teslas. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for coming on board. I'll help myself over here. Let's avoid these gigantic potholes, and let's finish this commute. Now the question becomes, do we take the Kosciuszko Bridge or do we take Greenpoint Bridge? Here we just kind of stay with traffic and we just float with it, because over there the bike lane is under the bridge, but the thing is, there's some, I would say, not very safe obstacles that kind of exist on the bike path over there, from like nails to syringes and razor blades. So we kind of avoid the underneath of the bridge, because I know some of you guys ask me, like, Ivan, how come you never take that bike lane in the middle over there? It's because I don't want to end up getting a flat because I ended up running over a syringe or someone's dirty razor blade. And the last thing I want is to have, what is this guy doing? The last thing I want is a random syringe flying off of my tire and into my arm or into my back. So yeah, we avoid that, so we stay with the cars. Looks like, usually I use the pedestrians to gauge whether I'm going to take this light or not, but they didn't end up going, so I ended up not going either. I might turn this way. Actually, fun fact about this route right now, if you make this turn, it actually takes you to FluidFreeRide. So I haven't been there in a while. I gotta actually stop by to pick up throttle from my homie Ed and Chuck. FluidFreeRide is actually right around the corner over that way, so whee! We chose to take the side street because I know that if I keep going that way, the streets there get really rough because they don't ever fix the service streets over there. So I always end up just going this way to avoid it altogether. And then sometimes it's not always about the fastest, most direct route. Sometimes it's about a more comfortable route, and this is the more comfortable route. Maybe if I had like I don't know, a Sur-Ron or like an e-motorcycle that's got like proper suspension to deal with those types of massive road imperfections at high speeds, yeah, I'll do it. But something like this, absolutely not. Because like right there, if y'all think these are bad, the streets over there on the left are always much worse. And with the Zooz, I try not to take those bumps too fast. Okay, are we gonna go? It is clear over there and not clear over here, but we will make our way through over here. Nice. Yeah, this is the streets that we do the scooter tests on for suspension, so you can imagine how bad these streets can be. And then this is actually a little shortcut that I learned from the guys at FluidFreeRide, because of course they take this route every day. If you actually turn here, we've taken this before, it leads you into kind of the pedestrian lane over there, which leads into the bike lane. So it makes for a smoother, safer ride, even for higher powered vehicles. So I got 8 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is, I'm gonna get stuck over here. Yeah, I'm not taking that risk. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, this is like the exit for the highway, so I know some people would have taken that, but nope. I want to live, y'all. So far we've used 1 bar. I don't know how many miles we've done. Actually, let's check. I don't usually get to check my phone during the ride like this, but we've done 8 miles in the last 40 minutes. So cool. Wow, 40 minutes already, geez. That congestion really slowed us down, but luckily we are almost home. This walkway turns into the bike path. That turns into the bike path onto the Kosciuszko Bridge, so we'll just jump on that, and then from the Kosciuszko brings us from Greenpoint, where we're at right now, into Maspeth, Queens, and that's only like about a couple of minutes or so from the house, so we're almost there. Is this gonna change? Yeah, it changed. Thank you. You know, I just had like a really sad thought here. If you guys remember the video where I did the channel updates for while I was on the AT2 Plus, my friend Greg passed away in a motorcycle accident recently, and interestingly enough, this is the exit that he takes to get to FluidFreeRide. And every time I'm visiting FluidFreeRide and he's coming back from wherever he's at, whether he's in class or he was visiting family, etc., he would always get off there, and it was weird. I would always catch him at that light, and he would always honk at me, and he'd always, I'm like, who's this jerk that's like freaking honking at me, like cursing me out? And it's always Greg. You know, I mean, it's you know, rest in peace, Greg. Like, it still hurts, but like, you know, when you have some of those memories and you're just like, the scenery is like this beautiful, the weather is perfect, and you have one of those like really, really happy memories, and it just, even though the circumstances in which he left us is not exactly, you know, something that, you know, it still hurts. Those moments, like, you know, you cherish, you hold on to those memories, man. Like, it sucks, but yeah, I hold on to those memories, and I try to remember those more than anything else. But even as a more realist or borderline pessimistic type of person, I'm a classic New Yorker, you know, at the end of the day. So you still try to hold on to those, you know, those positive moments. And here we are, we're in Maspeth. There isn't really any other way to go here. Back to talking about the route. The only other option would be to go up that way, and that way is gonna take us to where more of the cars are. But honestly, there's no point, because this bridge is a faster way, and I'd rather avoid traffic there. So we're gonna go up this bridge. It's gonna connect us from Maspeth to Sunnyside. On your left. Yeah, it's gonna connect us from Maspeth to Sunnyside, and yeah, from there we just got one more neighborhood to go and we're good to go. But here, I know people that like to blast down this turn, but again, blind corner. I don't know if you watched that first video I had where I was introducing y'all to the Zooz. There was a blind corner that I made the turn on the RFK bridge, and it was bringing me to Manhattan. The city biker there was completely going full clip, and I heard his tires screech while I was editing the video. So on your left. So yeah, reason why I take those corners pretty, I would say cautiously. I'll put up a screenshot here of that turn in that video, and if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link for the video here. But yeah, that was a interesting moment. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get hit. And if I was going any faster, I guarantee you we would have collided. But yep, people like to complain all the time. They're like, you're boring, you're too slow, why do you not take full advantage of how fast your machines are, Ivan? I was just like, in my head, if you want to go early and meet your creator, I mean, I highly advise against it, because I'm sure there are people that are gonna be quite saddened by the loss. But if you want to go ahead and do that, homie, I mean, you do you. I got a beautiful wife waiting for me at home. I've got a family. I don't want to say goodbye yet, you know. And yeah, got a little heavy, my bad, y'all, but yeah, that's it. You know, I take it easy. I stop at the lights when I can, and I go when I can. I could have actually probably just taken that and just taken that red, but was that me? Did I break something? No. Thought I dropped something. Did I drop something? No, the camera's still here. Did something break off my backpack? No, my pins are still here. Uh-oh, did I lose my Zooz tag? I think I lose. But that's it. You know, as we approach the end of this video, I want to thank y'all for coming along. Again, I totally understand that these types of videos are a huge time commitment, and a few of you actually stay for the whole thing, and I really do appreciate that of all the pedestrians here. So thank you for spending a part of your day with me, and thank you for watching my new baby over here do her thing on this ride through New York. I gotta check out the little specs here. Let's see. Oh, we're already over 100 miles on the bike. Wow, thank you. I can't fit. This guy's like, go. I'm like, where do you want me to go? But yeah, thank y'all. Thanks everybody. Again, I appreciate all your time, so thank you. You know, again, just remembering all that stuff. You know, just time is precious. So the time that you spend with us here on the channel is very much appreciated. So thank you. I think this is 2 weeks in a row where we got Zooz content, and I've actually just been really enjoying the bike here. We have 108 miles now in about a week. It's pretty crazy. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. So, yeah. Oh, if you made it this far, the Zooz ride is happening this weekend. I think we're still gonna go even if it rains, so hopefully it doesn't. I bought some fenders and we're gonna enjoy that. Enjoy the heck out of that. But yeah. If you guys got the invite from the Zooz community, hopefully you did. Looking forward to seeing you there. It's gonna be a fun ride, and we've got some mods coming here to the bike, so we're gonna keep the modding very light. So we'll definitely, we're not gonna go Super73 on the Zooz. I want to keep the Zooz very simple and something that I can just lock up outside, so we'll just follow that. What the heck am I seeing? So there was actually, by the way, there was no rhyme or reason why I went straight this way. I just kind of wanted to ride a little bit more and then I didn't want to quite go home yet, but this is Northern Boulevard. Bike lanes here are smooth. We've already avoided all the crazy parts back there, because back there is where all the cars like to turn. We've got one more section over here where you really got to be careful, but for the most part it's just a matter of just going, and then we make the turn that we make. But you don't even really need to keep an eye on the left here. It's pretty secure. Maybe one day they'll put like a real barricade here, but this deters enough people from parking in the lane here. As they say, paint doesn't make a bike lane, so like up there. Go. What the why is there a motorcycle? Especially a dirt bike in the bike lane. But yeah, so here's the final turn of the ride, y'all. It was again an absolute pleasure having you on board. We've got some more Zooz content coming your way. I hope you don't get sick of seeing it, because I hope you're as excited as I am to have this bike and to see more of this bike. So here we are, final turn, and that's it. Oh, that's some nasty water there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slowly cruise to where the pedestrians are here. And what is that? Ew. What's, brother? Ew. There's like water coming out the. Ew. I don't know where that water's been, so I ain't gonna do it. I'm definitely not doing that. Nope, absolutely not. It's disgusting. Imagine having random sewage water just spewing into your face and into your mouth and all over your clothes and all over your bike. The bike and the clothes can be clean, but damn, not into the face. And as my fellow New Yorkers would like to say, hey, yo, pause, bro, pause. But again, that's it, y'all. Thank you for coming along, and I'll catch you on the next ride. Peace out, and let me stop the ride here. Finished. Yes, I want to finish. All right, peace out, y'all.